Good morning, YouTube. It's Jake, and I'm back with another video. Today, we are kind of summarizing Black Friday, but most importantly, I'm getting you ready for the next steps beyond Black Friday, talking about how the market's going to move, how to make coins right now, what to watch for in the future, and what to be careful of. If you enjoyed today's video, all that I ask is that you like the video.
I like to be liked.
And if you're new here, consider subscribing. You'll make a lot more coins being here than if you're not. First off, I have to talk about something that EA did last night that is not acceptable at all, that isn't okay. And they've done this many times in the past. I'm talking like a dozen times that I could think about. They upgraded some price ranges. So they meant to update price ranges of these Road to the Knockout cards, and specifically the cards that we're going through. So the cards that I can think of off the top of my head are Rodrigo, Vidal, and then Gravenberch. So they meant to increase their price ranges. In an attempt to do that, they actually lessened them. So for example, if you had Rodrigo's on your transfer list, which is what you're seeing here, and you press relist just one time, EA will kind of automate a message saying that they could modify price ranges if it's in their rights or if it happens, and we all just bypass that. We all just relist anyway. We don't go check every single card if you're relisting every day, and they shouldn't be lowering price ranges to 15k on a card that's selling at like 300k, for example. EA changed their max listing to 15k, 16k, etc. So if you press relist on your Rodrigo's that was selling at 300k, they got listed for 15k. So some people lost 1,000,000 coins, some people lost 500k, some people lost 100k, whatever it may be. People lost a lot of coins doing this. And as you see, they were listed frequently.
This is the worst.
And what you're seeing on my screen is it's just a small message that pretty much the EA says every single time, but we don't really read it. It says item prices will automatically be adjusted to a valid price range for their current market value. Some prices may be set lower than their original listings. And all the time we're just clicking yes through this whenever we relist cards, and most of the time it won't have an impact. But this is what EA are going to use if anyone ever starts to complain. They're going to be like, we did warn you. We tell you it can happen. You got to check your cards. And it's just not something we do, and it's not acceptable. And if a card's selling at 300k, they shouldn't change the max price range to 15k. It's just messed up, and it really frustrates me because I did want to speak on it, and I think that EA should get some repercussions for doing that, or at least give people their coins back, because that's really unfair. And some of those people probably have already spent hundreds of dollars on FIFA points this year. Now they just lost all those FIFA point values of coins by relisting their cards for an unfair situation. Now, one more thing I do want to touch on is tomorrow we get our free hero pack if you did pre-order the Ultimate Edition in time. To me, I think it's kind of a ripoff. EA really promoted that as one of the huge benefits of pre-ordering, but now we've already seen this hero pack many times, and it was even released repeatable now. Heroes have completely diminished in value. The only few that I think still would make your team are Di Natale, Cordoba, Ginola, and Pele. Maybe Cole, maybe that's a push, or Keane. I just really don't think that they should hype something up, or they should release new heroes or something for it to make it exciting, because it's kind of dumb to push something. I personally thought it would be like more hyped and more like exclusive, I guess, right? Like a one-time thing. But now that we've seen it release all throughout FIFA 22, it's not as exciting. I don't think it's going to have a big market impact. Yes, people are going to get some heroes in their team. This always happens. The top ones might get panic sold a little bit, like Pele, Ginola, Cordoba, but they're not going to get packed enough to have an impact, right? We all know what the pack looks going to be. You're going to get Gomez, you're going to get Coller, you're going to get Campos. EA love to give out trash, so it really won't have much of a market impact. To me, I wish they didn't do the pack so many times before it released. Alright, now let's get into the video, and the main topic coming up is Team of the Group stage. They did release some cards that, to me, relate directly to Team of the Group stage. That should be the promo coming up this Friday. It is not confirmed yet, but I would 100% assume it is coming. The card looks pretty clean. They kind of look like the Conference League and Europa cards we've already had, just a little bit upgraded, which makes sense for Team of the Group stage. I wanted to show you some perspective of who we got for that in FIFA 21. We had Messi, KDB, Bruno, Kimmich, Sterling, Alejandro Gomez, Trent, Holland, so Rashford. It was a really good team, right? That's just based off who's performing well this year. Off the top of my head, I think we're going to see like Cancelo, Ronaldo potentially. So there are some potential for good players to feature, but what you should know about these Team of the Group stage cards is that EA really increased their pack weight quite heavily. It might be the first time this year where EA released those preview packs where it's 100 or 125k pack. You might see those the first time, and you might see these cards get diminished in value. The pack weight's already really high, and what that tends to do is it tends to bring down the market with it. I've been trying to promote that everyone thinks of Black Friday as this huge like panic buy or panic sell opportunity, but it's really not that big of a deal in the long run. Yes, you see some panic before Black Friday and then a rise after. I told my Discord just get a low fluctuation on out of pack cards before Black Friday, and most of them are up pretty darn well, okay?
Okay.
They could sell those for profit right now, but the thing is, the market every year starts to really trend down around this time again. Just because it peaks a little bit and gets really high after Black Friday, it doesn't mean it stays there long, and it doesn't mean it's a high market. I wanted to show you this example of Ronaldo in FIFA 21, and I think it offers some pretty good insight about what happened. He starts going down around Black Friday. He kind of hit a low a few weeks before. This year the low was literally like the day before or a few days before, and he went up around Black Friday, right? Because everyone wanted to buy him. He got up to 1.5. But then, just a couple weeks after that, he was under 1.3. The market starts to get really, really hurt in December, and he keeps trending down. To me, I always find it really funny because people panic so much about this date, and they oftentimes buy in this range instead of just waiting another week or two. I know people want to play with those cards that they want in their teams, but you should be either buying before Black Friday or just leaving them in your team. At this point, card prices aren't that different than they were pre-Black Friday, and they will continue to trend down over time. So just be aware of that. And I do expect the market to continue to drop now for the next few weeks or next month even. And you're seeing just that standard decline until I think it was around Team of the Year. I mean, he went down from literally 1.5 at a peak, which is right around where we're at now around Black Friday, to again 1.3 a few weeks later. If you think you missed your buy window on meta cards in your team or they're up a lot, just try to be patient, because what happens on Black Friday is people open, I mean, literally millions of packs sold. So they get coins and then they go buy their team. And everyone does this. So everyone mass bought meta cards, Mbappe, Ronaldo, Neymar, you name it. Any kind of card you wanted, they bought. But the thing is, with Team of the Group stage coming out with high pack weight, with good SBCs coming out in the future, icon swaps coming out in the future, these cards are going to continue to decline. So if you're wondering when to buy a meta card in your team, try to be patient with it and just know that they are, in my opinion, going to decline with time. Lastly, a lot of you guys have been asking me about Fodder, and low-rated Fodder actually did really well over Black Friday. You could have made coins off Flash SBCs, you could have made coins off 81s, 82s, 83s, even 84s. Some of the higher rated Fodder hasn't boomed yet, and it's not up, and people are kind of getting impatient with it. And the thing with Fodder is you have to be patient, and you have to know what a good buy price is and know where you're looking to sell. I have 88 rated Harry Kane here, and I kind of wanted to show this example here. Most of the time during Black Friday, and I think my buddy Robo said this on Twitter, and I noticed it too when I was looking at some graphs, is most of the time during Black Friday, high rated Fodder didn't move all that much, right? In this example, Harry Kane stuck around like 25, 26, 27, 28K, but high-rated Fodder boomed actually like a week later, and it tended to go up a lot in December in general. This is when we start to see some bigger SBCs, whether it be party bags, whether we get an icon player pick or a mid icon. And there's just so much supply over Black Friday that they release those millions of packs, so a lot of supply has to start to clear out. If you're holding like 86 to 89 Fodder, just be patient. And know that Fodder can sometimes be a 1 to 2 week hold. And for me personally, I'll let you guys know, I did invest in some over Black Friday, some 86 to like 89 in rating. Some is up right now, but not enough up for me to sell. And I'm not telling you to make that as an investment, but I think it's going to go a little bit higher in the next week or two here. So I'm willing to wait on it for a good coin return. I was getting 88s at like literally 22, 23K, and I like that price personally. On my screen here, you're seeing Holland, and it's because I wanted to show you this example quick because I have some of them at like 22, 23K. I would never even think about selling at 26K. I kind of want to hit a landmark of like 30K or higher to sell. That's just my personal goal. And to me, I really think they can get there quite easily. He's already been like 27, 28K as a standard. This was actually a little bit of a dip. And then he rose all the way to 33, selling for days. I think that happened when we got the icon initially, so he went up quite a bit. Now the base icon isn't as exciting, so you'll need something like a mid icon or an icon player pick to lift him again. Since he's already been 33K, I'm really confident they can get up to 30K again with time. So I bought mine at 22, 23K, holding till they hit 30K, and that will be good enough profit for me to be happy with. Lastly, if you guys made it this far in the video, I wanted to talk about some Flash SBCs and what did well. And I'm going to give you some investments to make for the next set of them. The next set should be around Footmas, which is only a few weeks away. So you can write down these names, come back to them. If you made it this far in the video, you earned it. I want to talk about a few cards that did it really well and why they did well. Ortega here, he went up to like 3 to 5K multiple times during Flash SBCs. And the reason he goes so high is because If you needed a Germany keeper to make chemistry or to have multiple leagues in, people aren't going to use any of these other ones like Neuer, Ter Stegen, Leno, Trapp because they're fodder based. So people all use Ortega. But what happens is Ortega actually shoots up in price from that. So he's a perfect card to grab at like this card before Footmas, and he can easily go to 2K plus. This is one that you guys have seen me post about on Twitter if you follow me there, but this fuck it card, I know I can't really say it, that's his name though, I guess. He's a really good card to trade with. This was one of the cards that I went into before Black Friday on one of my second accounts, and he went from literally 400 coins to peaking at over 4K. And the reason that he works really well is because he's Belgian, but he's in League One. Anytime you need an SBC that requires like multiple leagues with one nation, he does really well. And I actually like this whole little set. There are right backs from Belgium that tend to do well because they're all kind of like that. And you'll see that all of these guys, these gold cards, are in unique leagues. So he's in Bundesliga, Munir, Castanha's in Prem. So all these three cards, if they get to like 500 to 600 coins, is a perfect investment, and they'll oftentimes go 2K plus if you need them in an SBC. Ortega was another good one, like I mentioned. And then this one's getting a little far out there, but because you made it this far in the video, I'll just mention it. League One rares are interesting because EA actually asked for 8 of them in the SBC, whereas previous years they've done 6. So asking for 8 really lifted their price a ton. I think they peaked towards like 2.8 to 3K on Xbox, and they're 2.4K on PS. The next time you'll probably see EA ask for them in like upgrade SBCs is Team of the Year, especially if they're going to have cards like Donnarumma, Messi, those type of players in it. If they do, they're going to go up again a lot. So if you see these cards go to discard, it would be at least worth stocking your club before Team of the Year of them, because you'll triple your coins on whatever you get in. Next time League One rares are at discard, fill up your whole club with them. They'll triple your coins probably at some point, and you'll be happy that you did that. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Hopefully it gave you a really big overview of where the market is heading, why it's moving in that direction, where fodder's going, where meta cards are going, when to buy players for your team, and some investments you can make. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Have a good day. See you next time. Peace.